Hey Taurus, I just pulled cards for you, and what came through is absolutely fascinating. So I laid out the spread, and immediately the energy felt different, like something major is shifting in your world right now. Let me walk you through what the cards are showing because this reading is genuinely revealing some incredible insights about what's unfolding in your life. The first card that came up is the Seven of Cups. And honestly, when I saw this, I had to pause for a moment because the energy here is so significant. What this card is telling me is that you've been in this space where there have been so many options, so many different paths, so many possibilities swirling around you. It's like you've been standing at this crossroads with multiple doors in front of you, and each one looks appealing in its own way. But here's the thing that's really interesting, Taurus. The Seven of Cups isn't just about having choices. It's about the illusion versus reality aspect of those choices. Some of what you've been considering, some of these possibilities that have been taking up space in your mind, they might not be as solid or as beneficial as they appear on the surface. The universe is showing me that you've been spending a lot of mental energy trying to figure out which direction to move in, and there's been this underlying confusion or uncertainty that's been making it hard to commit to one path. What I'm seeing is that your destiny is actually calling you to get really clear about what's real and what's just an attractive fantasy. The cards are suggesting that as you move forward, you're going to start seeing through some of these illusions. Things that seemed shiny and promising might reveal themselves to be less substantial than you thought, while other opportunities that you maybe overlooked or didn't pay much attention to could turn out to be the real deal. This clarity is coming, Taurus, and it's coming fast. The energy around this card tells me that within the next phase of your journey, you're going to have these moments of sudden realization where you just know what's right and what isn't. Your intuition is getting stronger. Your ability to discern truth from fiction is sharpening, and this is going to completely change how you approach decisions. I'm also picking up that some of you might have been dealing with someone in your life who hasn't been entirely honest, someone who's been presenting themselves one way, but the reality is quite different. The Seven of Cups can indicate deception or self-deception, and the cards are saying that the fog is about to lift on this situation too. You're going to see people and situations for exactly what they are. No filters, no illusions, just pure truth. And while that might feel uncomfortable in the moment when these revelations happen, it's actually incredibly liberating because it frees you up to make choices based on reality rather than fantasy. What's really powerful about this card, appearing first in your reading, is that it's setting the stage for everything else that's coming. It's like the universe is saying, okay, Taurus, before we can move you into this next incredible phase of your destiny, we need to clear away all the confusion and get you seeing clearly. This is prep work for something bigger. Now, the second card that came through is the Three of Cups, and the energy completely shifts here. After that Seven of Cups showing all this confusion and illusion, the Three of Cups comes in with this beautiful celebratory energy. What I'm seeing here is that connections are going to play a huge role in your destiny moving forward. This card is all about community, friendship, celebration, and joyful gatherings. The cards are telling me that you're moving into a period where the relationships in your life become incredibly significant. For some of you, this might mean that new friendships are about to enter your world. People who truly get you. People who celebrate your wins with genuine happiness. People who show up for you in real, authentic ways. For others, this might be about existing friendships deepening and becoming even more meaningful. What's really beautiful about the Three of Cups appearing in this reading is that it suggests your destiny isn't just about individual achievement or solitary success. It's about shared joy and collective celebration. The universe is showing me that some of the best moments coming your way are going to involve other people. There are gatherings ahead, Taurus, celebrations, moments of pure happiness where you're surrounded by people who love and support you. I'm also picking up for some of you that this card might be indicating a creative collaboration or a partnership that brings a lot of fulfillment. Maybe you've been thinking about working with someone on a project, Or maybe there's an opportunity to join forces with others who share your vision and values. The Three of Cups is saying yes to that. These connections aren't just casual or surface level, they're soul nourishing. The energy here feels like coming home to your tribe, finding your people, the ones who truly understand you. And what's interesting is how this card follows the Seven of Cups. Once you clear away those illusions and get clarity about what's real, you're going to naturally attract the right people into your orbit. It's like the universe can't bring in these beautiful connections until you've done that clearing work. The Three of Cups is also speaking to emotional fulfillment and happiness. There's a sense of contentment and joy that's coming into your life. After perhaps a period of feeling uncertain or alone in your journey, you're moving into this space where you feel supported, celebrated, and genuinely happy. For those of you in relationships or looking for love, the Three of Cups can indicate a deepening of emotional bonds or the beginning of something really special with someone who your friends and community approve of and celebrate with you. This isn't about secret relationships or complicated dynamics. This is about open, joyful, celebrated connections. The cards are showing me that your destiny includes these moments of pure celebration and happiness, and they're closer than you might think. The third card that appeared is the Six of Pentacles, and wow, this is such a powerful card for where you're headed, Taurus. What's coming through here is that balance and reciprocity are going to be major themes in your destiny. The Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving, about resources flowing in a healthy, balanced way, about generosity and support. What I'm seeing is that you're moving into a position where you have the ability to both give and receive help, support, resources, and abundance. For some of you, this might mean that financial support or assistance is coming your way when you need it most. Maybe you've been struggling or worried about resources, and the Six of Pentacles is saying that help is on the horizon. This could come through an unexpected source. Maybe someone offers you an opportunity. Maybe you receive money you weren't expecting. Maybe doors open that provide you with what you need. But what's really important about this card is that it's not just about receiving. It's about the cycle of giving and receiving. The cards are telling me that as you receive support and abundance, you're also going to be in a position to help others. Your destiny includes becoming someone who can lift others up, who can share resources, who can be generous with what you have. This creates this beautiful flow of energy where abundance circulates rather than stagnates. I'm also picking up that the Six of Pentacles is speaking to fairness and justice in material matters. If you've been in situations where things felt unbalanced, where you were giving way more than you were receiving, or where resources weren't being shared fairly, that's about to change. The universe is bringing balance back into your life. You're going to find yourself in situations where there's mutual respect, where contributions are valued, where everyone gets their fair share. For those of you in business or dealing with financial partnerships, this card is really positive, suggesting that deals or agreements that benefit everyone involved are coming. What's also interesting about the Six of Pentacles is the energy of charity and goodwill. The cards are showing me that your destiny involves being someone who makes a positive impact on others, someone who uses their resources, whether that's money, time, knowledge, or support, to help elevate others. This isn't about giving from a place of obligation or guilt. It's about giving from a place of genuine desire to help and support. And what goes around comes around. The more you give from this authentic place, the more the universe brings back to you. The Six of Pentacles is also telling me that you're going to develop a healthier relationship with money and resources. Any scarcity mindset or fear around not having enough is going to transform into a mindset of abundance and trust. You're learning that there's enough for everyone, that helping others doesn't diminish you, and that the universe provides. This shift in mindset is actually going to be one of the keys to unlocking even more abundance in your life. The fourth card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this energy is so grounded and steady. After all that movement and change we've been seeing in the previous cards, the Knight of Pentacles comes in with this energy of reliability, consistency, and practical action. What the cards are showing me here is that your destiny is going to require you to be methodical and patient. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't rush, doesn't take shortcuts, doesn't look for the quick fix. This knight moves slowly but surely, taking one step at a time, building something solid and lasting. The message here is that while exciting changes are happening and your destiny is shifting rapidly, the way you're going to achieve your goals and manifest your dreams is through consistent, practical, dedicated effort. I'm seeing that you're entering a phase where discipline and responsibility are going to be your best friends. This might not sound super exciting, I know, but trust me, this energy is incredibly powerful. The Knight of Pentacles is the energy that turns dreams into reality through hard work and dedication. What's coming through is that you're being called to show up every single day, to do the work even when it's not glamorous, to stay committed to your goals even when progress feels slow. The beautiful thing about this card is that it promises results. The Knight of Pentacles always delivers, always follows through, always completes what they started. So even if the journey feels long or challenging at times, you will get to where you're meant to be. For some of you, this card might be representing an actual person coming into your life, someone who embodies these Knight of Pentacles qualities. This could be a romantic partner who's stable, reliable, hardworking, and committed. This is someone who might not sweep you off your feet with grand gestures, but who shows up consistently, who proves their worth through actions rather than words, who's in it for the long haul. If you've been dealing with flaky or unreliable people, the Knight of Pentacles is a refreshing change. This is someone you can count on. For those of you focused on career and financial goals, the Knight of Pentacles is excellent news. It suggests that your hard work is going to pay off, that your dedication and effort are being noticed, that steady progress is being made, even if you can't see dramatic results yet. Keep doing what you're doing, keep showing up, keep putting in the work. The Knight of Pentacles also speaks to taking care of practical matters, getting your finances in order, being responsible with resources, attending to details that might not be exciting but that are necessary. Your destiny is calling you to master the practical aspects of life, to build a solid foundation that can support your dreams. Now we move to the Page of Pentacles. And this is where things get really interesting because the energy shifts to new beginnings and learning. The Page of Pentacles is like a student, someone who's eager to learn, who's starting something new, who's approaching things with fresh eyes and enthusiasm. What I'm seeing here is that there's a new opportunity or new path opening up for you that's going to require you to be in learning mode. This might be a new job, a new business venture, a new skill you're developing, or a new area of study. The cards are telling me that even though you might feel like a beginner in this area, even though there's a lot you don't know yet, this is actually a beautiful position to be in, because it means you're starting fresh without preconceived notions or limiting beliefs. The Page of Pentacles brings this energy of curiosity and willingness to learn. Your destiny is taking you in a direction that might feel unfamiliar, but that's where the growth happens. What's really positive about this card is that it shows you're willing to start at the beginning, willing to be a student, willing to put in the time to master something new. There's no ego here, no pretending to know things you don't, just genuine interest and commitment to learning. I'm also picking up that the Page of Pentacles is about practical manifestation, about taking those first tangible steps toward making something real. Maybe you've had ideas or dreams floating around for a while, and now you're actually starting to bring them into physical form. This is the energy of planting seeds, of taking those initial actions that might seem small, but that will grow into something significant over time. For some of you, this card might be indicating a message or news related to finances, career, or practical matters. The pages in tarot often bring information, so you might be hearing about an opportunity, receiving an offer, or getting news that opens up a new path for you. Pay attention to what comes your way. because even if it seems small or insignificant at first, it could be the beginning of something really important. The Page of Pentacles also speaks to being diligent and attentive to details. As you embark on this new journey, the cards are saying that your willingness to focus on the small things, to be thorough and careful, is going to serve you really well. This isn't about rushing through or cutting corners. It's about being present and committed to doing things properly. What I love about this card appearing in your reading is that it shows you're in a growth phase. You're expanding your skills, your knowledge, your capabilities, and this is going to open doors you might not even know exist yet. The sixth card is the High Priestess, and when I saw this card appear, I got chills, because the energy here is so mystical and powerful. The High Priestess is all about intuition, inner knowing, hidden knowledge, and the subconscious mind. What's coming through really strongly is that your destiny is deeply connected to your intuitive abilities and your inner wisdom. The cards are telling me that you're being called to trust your gut feelings, to pay attention to your dreams and subtle signs, to listen to that quiet voice inside that knows things beyond logic or reason. The High Priestess suggests that not everything can be figured out through thinking or analyzing. Some things can only be understood through feeling and intuiting. You're entering a phase where your psychic abilities and intuitive gifts are going to become stronger and more noticeable. You might start having dreams that feel prophetic. You might get sudden knowing about situations or people. You might sense things before they happen. The High Priestess is encouraging you to honor these gifts rather than dismissing them or trying to rationalize them away. Your intuition is one of your greatest assets right now and moving forward. What's also significant about the High Priestess is that she represents hidden knowledge and mysteries. This card is telling me that there are things beneath the surface, things that aren't immediately obvious or visible. There might be information that's being kept from you, situations that are more complex than they appear, or truths that haven't been revealed yet. The High Priestess is saying to trust that you'll know what you need to know when you need to know it. She's also encouraging you to look beyond the obvious, to pay attention to what's not being said, to notice the undercurrents and subtle energies in situations. For some of you, the High Priestess might be calling you to explore spiritual or esoteric studies, to dive deeper into understanding the mysteries of life, to develop your spiritual practice. This could be the right time to work with tarot, to meditate, to explore energy work, or to study metaphysical subjects. Your destiny includes spiritual growth and development. The High Priestess also speaks to the power of stillness and reflection. In a world that's constantly pushing us to do more, be more, achieve more, the High Priestess says that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is be still. Go within and listen to your inner wisdom. Not every question needs to be answered right now. Not every decision needs to be made immediately. The High Priestess teaches patience and trust in divine timing. What I'm also picking up is that the High Priestess might be representing a person in your life or someone who's coming into your life, someone who's very intuitive, spiritual, perhaps mysterious. This person might serve as a teacher or guide for you, helping you develop your own intuitive abilities. The seventh card that came through is the Four of Cups, and this is interesting because it's bringing a slightly different energy. The Four of Cups shows someone who's feeling a bit disconnected or disinterested, someone who's not seeing the opportunities right in front of them because they're too focused on what's missing or what they don't have. What the cards are telling me here is that part of your journey involves recognizing when you're in this Four of Cups state so you can shift out of it. Sometimes we get so caught up in disappointment or dissatisfaction that we literally miss the blessings and opportunities that are being offered to us. The Four of Cups is showing up to make you aware of this pattern. Have there been times recently where you've felt uninspired or like nothing excites you anymore? Where you've been offered things but they just don't seem appealing? The cards are saying that this is a temporary state and that you're moving through it. What's important is to recognize that just because you're feeling disconnected right now doesn't mean there's nothing good happening. it might just mean you need to adjust your perspective. The Four of Cups also speaks to contemplation and introspection. There's a part of you that needs to turn inward, to really examine what you want and why you want it. Maybe some of the things you thought would make you happy aren't actually doing that, and you're being called to get real about what truly fulfills you. This card can indicate a period of meditation and self-examination where you're questioning your desires and motivations. While this might feel uncomfortable, it's actually really valuable because it helps you get clear on what authentically matters to you versus what you think should matter to you. I'm also seeing that the Four of Cups is warning against taking things for granted. There might be people in your life who love and support you, opportunities that are available to you, blessings that you have, but if you're in that Four of Cups energy, you might not be appreciating them. The cards are encouraging you to practice gratitude, to notice the good that's already present in your life, to recognize the offerings that are right in front of you. Sometimes the answer we're looking for isn't some big dramatic thing that's going to show up in the future. Sometimes it's already here and we're just not seeing it. For some of you, the Four of Cups might be indicating that you need to decline certain offers or opportunities because they're not right for you, and that's perfectly okay. Not every opportunity is meant for you, and being discerning about what you say yes to is important. The key is to make sure you're saying no from a place of clarity rather than from a place of pessimism or disconnection. The 8th card is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is huge, Taurus. The Wheel of Fortune is literally the card of destiny, fate, cycles, and major turning points. This card showing up in your reading is so significant because it's confirming what the title of this reading suggested: your destiny is changing quickly. The Wheel of Fortune represents those moments in life when everything shifts, when circumstances change dramatically, when fate steps in and redirects your path. What I'm seeing here is that you're at one of those pivotal points right now. Things are in motion, the wheel is turning, and changes are happening whether you feel ready for them or not. The beautiful thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that it brings good fortune and positive changes. Yes, there's an element of things being out of your control, of forces larger than yourself at work, but the energy is favorable. The cards are telling me that luck is on your side, that the universe is working in your favor, that circumstances are aligning to bring you opportunities and blessings. This is a time when unexpected things happen, when doors open that you didn't even know were there, when people show up at exactly the right time, when synchronicities become undeniable. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, pay attention to these signs, notice the magic that's unfolding, trust that you're being guided even when you can't see the full picture. What's also important about this card is that it speaks to cycles and timing. Everything has its season, and right now you're entering a new phase of your cycle. If things have been challenging or stuck for a while, the Wheel of Fortune indicates that's about to change. The wheel is turning and bringing you into a more favorable period. For some of you, this might mean that karma is playing out, that what you've put out into the world is coming back to you. If you've been kind, generous, and worked hard with good intentions, the Wheel of Fortune brings rewards and recognition. The universe has been watching and taking notes, and now it's time for you to receive your blessings. What I love about the Wheel of Fortune is that it reminds us that life is dynamic and constantly changing. Nothing stays the same forever, neither the good nor the bad. If you've been in a difficult period, take heart. The wheel is turning and better times are ahead. The Wheel of Fortune also encourages you to be adaptable and flexible, because when big changes come, you need to be able to go with the flow rather than resisting. Trust the journey. Trust the timing. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The 9th card is the 5 of Wands, and this brings in some interesting energy about competition and conflict. The 5 of Wands shows multiple people with their wands raised, appearing to be in some kind of struggle or contest. What the cards are telling me here is that part of your destiny journey involves navigating competitive situations or dealing with conflicting interests. This doesn't necessarily mean outright fighting or serious conflict. Often the Five of Wands represents more like friendly competition, differing opinions, or situations where multiple people want different things. What's important is how you handle these dynamics. The Five of Wands is encouraging you to stand your ground and advocate for yourself without being unnecessarily aggressive. You can be assertive and hold your position while still being respectful of others. I'm seeing that you might encounter situations where you need to prove yourself, where you need to demonstrate your capabilities, where you need to compete for something you want. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes competition brings out our best, pushes us to up our game, motivates us to excel. The key is to not get too caught up in the drama or chaos that can sometimes surround competitive situations. Stay focused on your own goals rather than getting distracted by what everyone else is doing. The Five of Wands also speaks to creative tension and diverse perspectives. When people with different viewpoints come together, there can be friction, but there can also be innovation and creative breakthroughs. Don't shy away from healthy debate or from situations where ideas are being challenged. This is how growth happens. For some of you, the Five of Wands might be indicating some minor conflicts or disagreements in your relationships or work environment. The cards are saying these are manageable and might actually lead to better understanding and stronger connections once you work through them. Communication is key, making sure everyone feels heard and respected, even when you don't all agree. What's also coming through is that the Five of Wands can represent inner conflict, competing desires or priorities within yourself. Maybe part of you wants one thing, while another part wants something different. Maybe you're torn between multiple options or directions. The cards are encouraging you to work through this internal confusion and find a way to honor all parts of yourself. You don't necessarily have to choose one thing completely over another. Sometimes it's about finding balance and integration. The 10th and final card in this reading is the Fool. And honestly, this is the perfect card to end on because it brings everything full circle in the most beautiful way. The Fool is about new beginnings, fresh starts, taking leaps of faith, and embracing the unknown with optimism and trust. This is literally the first card in the major arcana, representing the beginning of a journey, and its appearance here tells me that you're standing at the threshold of a completely new chapter in your life. Everything we've been talking about in this reading, the clarity after illusion, the joyful connections, the balanced giving and receiving, the steady progress, the new learning, the intuitive wisdom, the shifting perspective, the turning wheel of fate, the navigating of challenges, it's all been preparing you for this moment. The Fool says, okay, Taurus, you've done the work, you've learned the lessons. Now it's time to step into something brand new with courage and excitement. What's so powerful about the Fool is the energy of pure potential and infinite possibility. When the Fool appears, it means anything is possible, your life is not predetermined, you have the freedom to choose your path and create your reality. The cards are telling me that you're being called to take a risk, to try something you've never done before, to move in a direction that might seem unconventional or scary, but that feels right in your soul. The Fool doesn't have all the answers and doesn't need to. The Fool trusts that the journey itself will provide what's needed. This is about faith, about believing that the universe has your back, even when you can't see the entire path ahead. I'm seeing that some of you have been playing it safe, staying in situations that feel secure but unfulfilling, holding back from taking chances because you're afraid of making mistakes or looking foolish. The Fool is here to liberate you from those fears. The card is literally showing you that it's okay to be a beginner, to not have everything figured out, to take chances, to be spontaneous. The Fool represents that childlike sense of wonder and adventure, that willingness to explore and discover without being weighed down by cynicism or fear. Your destiny is calling you to embrace this energy, to let go of heavy expectations and just be present with whatever comes. What I'm also picking up is that the Fool can indicate actual travel or a significant journey. either physical or metaphorical. You might be moving to a new place, starting a new career, entering a new relationship, or embarking on a spiritual journey. Whatever it is, it represents a fresh start, a clean slate, a chance to reinvent yourself and your life. The Fool says you are not bound by your past. You are not limited by who you've been. Every moment is an opportunity to choose something new. And here's what's really magical. The Fool appears when the universe is supporting your leap. This isn't reckless abandon. There's actually divine protection and guidance around you as you step into this new beginning. Trust yourself, trust the universe, trust that even if you stumble or make mistakes along the way, you're exactly where you need to be and learning what you need to learn. So Taurus, this reading has shown us such a powerful journey. You're clearing illusions to see truth, connecting with your tribe and community, creating balance in giving and receiving, building something solid through dedicated effort, learning new skills and approaches, developing your intuition and inner wisdom, shifting your perspective to see opportunities, riding the wheel of positive change, navigating challenges with confidence, and ultimately stepping into a completely new beginning with faith and excitement. Your destiny is absolutely changing, and these changes are bringing you closer to who you're meant to be and the life you're meant to live. Trust the process, stay open to magic, and know that the universe is orchestrating something beautiful for you. Did this resonate with anyone else? Drop a comment if you felt the energy of these cards.